My name is Courtney.
I am Michael Mortensen.
And we are getting married.
We had seen each other. He had piano lessons right after me, and so I would see him after piano lessons, but I was always running to get out of there, so we never really talked.
Courtney says that we had lessons right after each other. I don't remember that. But we knew each other as acquaintances through piano, and we both did Zion's Youth Symphony and chorus, and so we were friends in Las Vegas.
Michael and I really got to know each other our freshman year at BYU. We ended up in the same ward, and my piano teacher, David Skousen, had told me that Michael was going to be in my ward, and so when I saw him I was like, oh, you took lessons from Skousen.
We would eat together sometimes in the cafeteria, and we just kind of hung out. We didn't date really or anything, but we became good friends, and that allowed us to write back and forth during our missions. We wrote back every week.
Michael went to Lithuania in the Baltic mission, and I went to Scottsdale, Arizona, and we wrote each other every single week throughout our missions without fail.
It wasn't like, oh, I love you, I love you. It was just, day-to-day stuff. And I told one of my mission companions, we didn't talk about relationships much. You can't afford to do that on missions. But he asked me, like, there has to be someone that you want to go on a date with when you get back. And I was like, yeah, there's just one person. It's this Sister Norda.
We came back from our missions, and I went to his homecoming. Michael came in, and my family was outside talking to somebody, and so he saw me first, and he was very excited to see me and gave me this great big hug. And my grandma told me then, she said, I have never seen a returned missionary elder so excited to hug a sister.
Well, our first date was to a soccer game, women's soccer game in the early fall, and I had gotten tickets because I was walking past the bookstore, and some little girls came up and they're like, hey, you want tickets? I was like, sure. And they're like, do you want two? I was like, yeah, of course. So I invited Courtney.
And we did not watch very much of the game. We just talked the entire time, and I remember thinking afterward, man, that was so nice to just have a friend again that I could talk to about anything.
She loves to say fun jazz. That is a very Courtney thing. She also randomly will talk to you in French or Spanish.
So Michael loves potatoes, but he will eat them straight. He will throw it in the microwave, nuke it in the microwave, and then pick up the potato like an apple and eat it. And it's definitely a new way to eat potatoes that I had never seen before.
Oh, I don't know. It's a hard question.
A funny story about Michael that no one else knows. Oh no, I can't think of one.
I don't know. She doesn't do anything that's embarrassing. I'm the one who does embarrassing things.
Honestly, I do more embarrassing things in front of Michael than he does in front of me.
I don't know if I can break it down into one moment. It was kind of a gradual process type thing. There were several times where I was like, wow, I could totally marry this girl. She is really awesome. Usually just we would geek out about something really nerdy, like music, or we'd start talking about books that we like to read, and we'd just get really deep and good. And in those moments I was like, yeah, I could totally marry this girl.
So Michael and I became swim buddies. After our first date, we started swimming together for exercise. And one time he told me that he was struggling. He had just gotten back from his mission and he felt like he was missing something. And so I told him, when that happens to me, I usually go to the temple. And so we went to the temple together the very next day, and he made a real effort to come to the temple. He had lots of other things going on, but he dropped all of them and just came. And when we were sitting there in the ceiling room, that was the first moment where I thought, I really could marry this kid.
I want Courtney to know that I love her, that I'm really excited for our life together, and that it'll just be an adventure, and I'm really excited for that. She's an amazing woman, and I'm so lucky to have her.
Michael, I love you with all my heart. I can't wait for us to get married and for us to be able to start our eternity together. And I can't wait for all the ups and downs of life that we will get to experience together. But most importantly, I hope through all of it that you know that I love you, and I can't wait to be with you forever.
Forever starts